with the head coach of the Blues, Ken Hitchcock. Jim?
The Blackhawks have yet to lose a game in regulation this season. Hitch, obviously they're off to a great start. What impresses you about the way they've gone about it?
You know what, Kat? They're like a pack of five up and down the ice. You know, I think last year they had gaps, like a lot of teams did, including us, but there's no gaps offensively or defensively. And I think when you play like that, there's a togetherness on the ice that transmits right through at the lineup. And I think as the game wears on, they end up with the puck more and more. And that's what's happened in a lot of games. You look at a lot of their games, they've been tied or even down a goal going in the third period, and they won all those games because they've just had the puck more in the third period.
What are the things you guys have to do to hand them a loss?
You know what? We have to make it hard on them. We have to make it hard for them to come into our zone. And I think if this game is 50-50 in each zone, we're not going to win it. But if we can make them spend 60% of the time in their own zone, and we can do those things consistently, I think we've got a heck of a chance.
Injuries part of the game. You're dealing with a couple more now. Steen out, so is Andy McDonald. How do you get past that?
You know what? It's different if you're bringing in first-year players. I mean, this would be a tough situation if this was a guy's first game in the National Hockey League. Andrew Murray's played over 200 games in the NHL. Chris Porter should have made our hockey club except for numbers. These are two experienced guys, so we're bringing in guys that are familiar with the way we play. I think the transition is going to be very smooth. They're not going to have the skill that Alex or Vladdy or Andy have, but they can provide a different element that's hard to play against. So I don't see us at the end of the night having much difference, but we'll look different on the ice because we're going to be a more weightier kind of chip and dip type of hockey club.
Thanks for the check. Good luck.
All right.
All right, let's send it down the hall. J.K. is standing by with Coach Q.
All right, Kat, thank you very much. Well, Joel, your club off to a 16-0-3 start, an NHL record. What makes it more impressive to me is the fact that, like every other club, you had no preseason games, and you had 10 of your first 12 on the road.
Well, that was a tough part. When we looked at it there, those 10 out of 12 on the road, coming back with a decent record was our objective. And, you know, we had a great run there and had some tough buildings, a 6-game trip where all the games in tough buildings and managed to get points. And 7-game homestand is tricky, too, as well. And we got through that. So we're real pleased with our start. We're happy in all areas.
Could you sense something special beginning in training camp with this team?
You know, I thought we had a real good camp. You know, I think everybody was, whether the guys who didn't play or the guys that were playing, everybody seemed like they're up to speed. And the conditioning level was in the right place. And it seemed like everybody had a mission this year. Everybody had a motivation to get off to a good start. And the chemistry seemed to help us being on the road right off the bat early as well. Things really came together quickly, and guys should be commended by how they prepared this season and how they're playing.
And you guys have cut a goal off your goals against from last year. I would assume that was a mandate from last year.
Well, yeah, the 3 areas we want to get better is this power play, penalty killing, and our goals against average. It was an acceptable number last year, unacceptable number. We felt that we gave up too many soft goals, and part of that was our penalty killing wasn't as effective as it's been this year. But we're getting a lot of good contributions from all 4 lines. There's 3 pairs of defenses, much improved as well. Our goaltending is probably the one area that's been excellent as well.
Joel, your club beat the Blues 3-2 back in late January. What did you learn about the Blues and from that game that you can use tonight? Well,
we saw them last year. You know, they definitely improved to a different level. They've got some talent on their team. They've got some skill up front. They've got an active defense as well. They play a fast game, a hard game. We had a nice start there. They came on at the end. We're holding on at the end. So we know that let's be ready for a start here, but we anticipate a real tough game here tonight.
Finally, Barrett Jackman just passed the Plager brothers and Al McInnes. He is now #1 all-time games played among Blues defensemen. You had him as a rookie. What did you see from him when you had him in that Calder season?
Well, that year when he won the Calder, the first 20 games, he might have been the best defenseman in the league, not just here in St. Louis. So it was a great start to his career. Great character guy. Tough, the kind of guys you want on your team and the guys like playing for. He's had a real nice career here in St. Louis. I'm happy for him.
Certainly is. Thank you very much for this time.
All right, thanks, John.
Joe Quenneville, coach of the Blackhawks.
JK, Coach Q, thank you very much. Coming up, we'll continue to get you set for this rivalry. The Blues and the Blackhawks will take a walk down memory lane. That's when we continue on this pregame edition of Toyota Blues Live. You're watching Blues Hockey on Fox Sports Midwest.